Hello, 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 Aquarius, and welcome to Rainbow Tarot. I am Kia, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. Thank you for joining me on my tarot channel. So today, I'm going to be doing a general reading for the collective sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the month of October 2019. So do take into consideration that this is a collective reading. It is a general collective reading. So the messages in this reading may or may not resonate with you. So the best idea is to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If none of it resonates, you may want to check with your sun, moon, your other signs in your chart, whether it's your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus. You may resonate more with those messages in this series. So let's see what's going on with you guys in the month of October. Sorry guys, excuse me. So the way I've started doing my readings now, at least in my general readings, basically, Aquarius, what I'll do is I'll pull a card for your crowning energy. I'll pull a card for the energy surrounding your heart space and the energy that you're grounded in, as well as the energy of the recent past and the most likely energy that will be surrounding you in the near future. So let's get started. Holy Spirit, what energy is crowning Aquarius in the month of October? What energy is crowning the collective sign of Aquarius for the month of October? Seven of Swords here. What energy is surrounding Aquarius' heart space in the month of October? What energy is surrounding Aquarius' heart space in the month of October? Whoop. Six of Swords. What energy is a whoop? Whoa. Five of Swords here in your grounding energy for the month of October, Aquarius. Energy surrounding your recent past, Eight of Cups. Energy most likely affecting Aquarius in the near future. Knight of Cups. So, Aquarius, let's see, what is going on with you guys in the month of October here? So we'll begin with the crowning energy. Aquarius, your crowning energy is the Seven of Swords in the reverse. When I read this card in the reverse, especially with it being paired with, well, not paired, but you have the Six of Swords in your heart space. And so with the Seven of Swords in the crowning energy, this leads me to believe, Aquarius, that in the month of October, you're coming to a place where you're no longer deceiving yourself. And by that, I mean, I feel like for some of you in the collective, there's a good chance that you were in the headspace of believing that something was that wasn't, or you were deceiving yourself into believing something simply that wasn't true. And I feel as though in the month of October, you're coming out of this energy of running away from the truth or the self-deception. It can relate to you being deceived by someone, because we do have the Six of Swords in the heart space. And in this deck, as you can see, there's like a snake in the water, and she's sailing off away from it. So it's usually moving into a much better place, a place of peace, um, just moving away from things that no longer serve you. And speaking of that, we have here the Eight of Cups and the energy of the recent past. And so with the Eight of Cups, again, this is especially what it sounds like. It's leaving behind everything that you have walked through and gone through up until this point, and making a choice to leave it behind you and move forward into happier days, into your calling, into where you're supposed to be, Aquarius. This Six of Swords is confirmation. With the Eight of Cups being your energy of the recent past, you knew that it was time to move on and move forward. Like, you knew it. In your heart, you knew that it was time to make that step. But I feel like for some of you, you were probably in a place where you were hesitant about it. Some of you may have been held back by fear, or it was simply, not wanting to leave a good thing. Because I mean, the Eight of Cups, that's 8 cups, that's 8 full cups that you've accomplished, that you've gained over this time. And I just feel like some of you were like, why do I want to give up these cups? I feel like I have something good. Why do I want to mess it up? But staying in the Eight of Cups and not moving forward would be like playing it safe and not moving into the greatness that awaits you beyond that Eight of Cups. Because in the tarot, we have 10 cups, right? So you still don't have all the cups. And in this particular deck, it's the bird at the top. He's at the top of the mountain alone, and he's like looking down on everything. You see where he's like looking down. And I feel like in this card, it's like, okay, he's left behind the cups, they're like in a trail behind him down the mountain. And he's sitting there and he's reflecting on everything that he has been through up until this point, how far he has come, because he's come all the way from the bottom, and now he sits here at the top perched, just looking down on everything that he's accomplished to this, up until this point. And I believe, Aquarius, that's where you are, or this is the energy that you were in coming into October, and it may follow you through some of October as well. But with the Six of Swords being in your heart space, you're being called in the month of October to go ahead and move forward and move on from things that are no longer serving you, moving on into calmer waters. Some of you may have been having a difficult time lately these past few months, years. I don't know your story, but Six of Swords definitely talks about moving on and beyond the struggle and the pain and the headache and just everything you've been going through, and moving on into these calmer waters and leaving what no longer serves you, what's no longer good for you, behind you. And it's easier said than done, but with this card coming up in your heart space for the month of October, Aqua, I definitely feel as though Spirit is calling for you to just go ahead and make that move and move forward into the light and into your destiny and where you're supposed to be. Because you're definitely, even in your crowning energy, there's a knowing. You know the truth. You know that for however many months now, or years even, you've been holding yourself back with thoughts that simply were limiting and self-sabotaging, that just weren't good for you. And in the month of October, with the Seven of Swords being in the crowning energy, I feel that a lot of you are finally coming out of that, which is absolutely beautiful. So, but unfortunately here, and I don't want to say unfortunately like dun dun dun, but I mean, we have the Five of Swords in your grounding energy. This is the energy that you are grounded in. So some of you may currently be in the midst of a conflict. With someone, it can be an internal conflict or external, but with this being your grounding energy, I feel like for a group of you, Aqua, that there's some of you that's in a situation right now where you feel like, there's just, no matter which way you go, it just seems like it's not going to get any better. And it's interesting because I just did my reading for Scorpio, And this card came out for them as well, except this card was the card that was in their heart space. However, in your reading, this card is in your grounding energy. So, and I feel like it's this energy that may be holding some of you back from moving forward into where you're supposed to be and going down that path that you're called to go down. I feel like you may be in a situation where you believe that your hands are tied and there's just no way out, or no matter what decision you make, you're still going to get cut. It's just difficult, and you feel like you just take one step forward and two steps back, one step forward, two steps back, and that's what I'm feeling here in the Five of Swords. But we're going to clarify this for you, Aquarius. So, in the energy surrounding you in the near future, we have the Knight of Cups. And this is definitely hopeful. This can be you, Aqua. This can be you. You can be taking on the energy of the Knight of Cups, or this could be someone coming in to your life within this Knight of Cups energy. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Does not have to be. But Aquarius, in this card, the Knight of Cups is depicted in this flying boat here. And she has her spear pointed directly up to the Bear constellation. And to me, this is like shooting for the stars. Because when I think of the Knight of Cups, I think of someone romantic and whimsical and just lofty, like someone with lofty big dreams that they want to go for and achieve. And I feel as though you'll be encompassing this energy, Aquarius, coming out of October, or you will be surrounded with those and with someone or something within this energy, something that's sparking emotional fulfillment in you and whimsy and just shooting for the stars, just like a lightness. And from the rest of the whole reading, this has a lighter energy to me. Everything else is a little heavy, a little conflicted, energetically. But coming out of October, I definitely see you, Aquarius, in a much better mindset and a much happier place, I want to say. So, I'm going to get a clarifier for each card here. And I feel led to use my little mini Prisma deck. It's adorable. I love it. It's so cute. Sorry guys, I love cute things, little tiny itty bitty things. So let's clarify the Seven of Swords in reverse for your crowning energy for the month of October. Holy Spirit, why is the Seven of Swords in reverse crowning Aqua for the month? Oh, that was quick. So yeah, would you look at that? The Eight of Swords in the upright, clarifying the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this was definitely self-inflicted, self-deceit, running away from something. But when the Eight of Swords shows up, Aqua, this definitely tells me that everything that's been holding you back primarily has been all in here. And as a fellow Aquarius, I know that we can get all in our heads and just all stirred up and pretty much talk ourselves or think ourselves out of doing anything that would benefit us with the Eight of Swords energy. But just like in this card where he's like sitting in the fetal position almost, just like, it's not. Why is it not? Why is it not? There we go. So like he's just sitting there in the fetal position, and yeah, let's see. Let's see. Is that better? Maybe? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm wasting time here. Probably am. I know you guys are like, okay, we see it. There we go. So, you see how he's just sitting in the fetal position behind these swords here? Like, he's in a prison, but there's no swords over here. Like, he could literally get up and walk from behind the swords that he has imprisoned himself behind. That, I believe, is the headspace that you were walking in coming into October or sometime before October. But coming into October, you're breaking out of that headspace and you're not holding yourself back in that way anymore, which is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to clarify the Six of Swords. What is Aquarius moving towards in her heart space? Well, I'll say in her heart space. In their heart space. There's a lady. So I'm like her. What is Aquarius moving towards in their heart space in the month of October, Holy Spirit? What is Aquarius moving towards in the heart space? Why is the Six of Swords here for Aquarius for the month of October in the heart space? And your heart space can also have to do with your will to do something, like your drive, your desire to move forward. Doesn't always have to necessarily do with emotion, but it very well does. But I believe in this particular reading, we're definitely referring to your will to move forward, Aquarius, in the month of October. And we have the King of Chalices that you're moving towards. Interesting. The King of Chalices could be, does not have to be, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone that is currently in this King of Chalices energy or King of Cups. So definitely someone who's emotionally balanced, I would say, that you're moving towards here. Oh, and would you look at that? The Eight of Chalices came up again for you, Aquarius. So this is definitely a time of moving on. It is definitely a time of moving on. We have the Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. And where the Eight of Cups showed up in the energy of the recent past that is most affecting you in October, Eight of Cups showed up again in the Six of Swords. So confirmation to what I was saying earlier, Aquarius. It is definitely time to move on from this place of being stuck, from this burden or struggle that you've currently or had been going through, up until this point. It's time to shoot for the stars, honey. Yes, it is. Okay, let's clarify the Five of Swords in your grounding energy. Why is the Five of Swords here for Aquarius in their grounding energy of October? Why is the Five of Swords here for Aquarius in their grounding energy for the month of October? Why is the Five of Swords here for Aquarius? Why is the Five of Swords here? Oop. Ace of Pentacles. So, one thing I have been noticing, Aquarius, is that the Ace of Pentacles has been coming up for quite a few people. I definitely feel like the universe is making moves and opportunities and giving gifts. There is a gift awaiting you from the divine. It's here if you want it. But I feel like you're not seeing it because you're so stuck in this Five of Swords energy. And the divine is trying to be like, hey, Aqua, you got something here. There's something waiting for you. But you have to move. You can't stay stagnant. Because this whole reading thus far is about movement. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Together. Clarifying this. The Five of Swords. This is your key to a breakthrough right here, Aqua. That saying that the truth will set you free is not just talk. Hard truth can come with pain, but once the pain subsides, we then see the path that it has cleared for us, the thorny vines that it has cut away. I feel like, Aqua, you're definitely being called to live your truth and to not be afraid to cut through the thorny vines, to go down the path that you were meant to go down. I also feel like for some of you in the collective, there was a truth that came out. This Ace of Swords, there was a truth that came out. And that truth is kind of what jump-started you to move out of this Seven of Swords energy of self-deceit and self-defeat and avoidance, running away from the truth. Because perhaps this is what for some of you, what it was, running away from the truth. Listen to your intuition, Aquarius. Because there's a door. Universe has provided you with a door. You just have to make the move. And from what I'm seeing here with the Six of Swords, it looks like most of you will be walking through that door, because that's the energy surrounding your heart space. And then in the future with the Knight of Cups, step forward movement into something more emotionally fulfilling, which I will clarify momentarily. Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out. So Wheel of Fortune on the table here for you, Aqua. So, things are turning. Things are definitely turning and changing for you, Aquarius. I don't know, am I focusing here? It's... Gotta love the camera. Gotta love the camera. There we go. I think that's a little better. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. So yes, Wheel of Fortune popped out. I will clarify that later. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Cups. Holy Spirit, why is the Eight of Cups here in the energy of the recent past for Aquarius? Why is it? Ooh. Well, that was quick. Oh, the Star. This is you, Aquarius, standing in your power of healing and restoration and hope. I believe this is what has given you the strength to make this step in moving forward. Standing in who you are. Again, living your truth, whatever that may be. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups in the future, near future. This Spirit. Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in the near future? Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in the near future? Why is the Knight of Cups here for Aquarius in the near future? The Tower. Something unexpected. So perhaps this Knight of Cups is going to be coming in, Aqua, pretty unexpected. And it's going to turn your world upside down and round and round. and round and round and round. But I all believe that this is connected to this Wheel of Fortune here. But we're going to clarify a little bit more. Why is the Tower card here with the Knight of Cups? Why is the Tower card here with the Knight of Cups? Why is the Tower? Oh my. Six of Chalices. So, memories of childhood, connections in the past, nurturing one another. This could very well be someone coming in from the past, Aquarius. Clarify. Can I get another clarifier for the Knight of Cups? Another clarifier for the Knight of Cups. Whoop! Land it right on the arm. Page of Pentacles. So something new, something in the early stages, a seed being planted. Can be a messenger of some sort, but I'm feeling a seed being planted in this case. Okay. All right. So, Aquarius, we have the Empress. Came out with the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is the same energy that's in your heart space, okay? So this is the second time the Six of Swords have come up. In this particular deck, the Six of Swords is a bridge. And I believe, Aquarius, that by embodying your Empress energy, by standing in your strength, and again, Empress energy is just an energy. It's the energy of the divine feminine. Does not mean that you have to be female, Aquarius. But what I'm saying is by standing in your Empress energy, this energy of creation and manifestation and nurturing and love, and finding the courage to finally cross that bridge, leaving behind what no longer serves you and moving into the life that you know that you deserve. I heard watering this seed. You're watering this seed, Aquarius, that was planted in the past. In the past, I believe that there was a seed that was planted. In the past, there was a seed that was planted with someone. And perhaps there was a tower moment that shook things up and just crumbled everything that you had hoped for. But I believe that by taking the leap of faith and moving forward through everything, through the pain, through the conflict, living in your truth, Aquarius, that by simply doing that, by simply leading, being led by the voice of your heart and your intuition and your gut, you are manifesting in this Knight of Cups. An offer of emotional fulfillment. And what I believe is that with the Six of Cups coming up, that this may be, very well may be someone from the past. I'm feeling like it's going to be unexpected. It's not going to be something that you ever see coming or saw coming. And for clarification, I'm going to clarify this, I'm going to clarify this Wheel of Fortune here. Where's the Wheel of Fortune? Ooh. The High Priestess. So inner knowing, following your intuition, knowing the unknown. I feel like tides are turning and you're going to fall into a place, Aquarius, where everything makes sense. Two of Cups, confirmation. Two of Cups, Aquarius. You're moving into this Two of Cups energy. And it's showing up in the near future after, so I'd say coming out of October into early November probably. And don't take me on dates because everybody's on a different path. Energy works differently and everyone has free will. So whatever is in this reading is not set in stone. But as things stand now, should you make the decision to act and move forward, to make the hard choice and push through and move on and move forward with your life and what you're being called to do, you are also ushering in this Two of Cups, this Two of Chalices. By crossing the bridge and standing in your power and confidence. Because with the High Priestess being here, it's like, Aquarius, you knew. You knew the strength of this connection. It's something that you always felt deep within and you never really quite understood why, but you knew it was there. With this High Priestess card, there are things that are going to come to light that make full understanding as to why things had to happen the way that they did. Anything else for Aquarius in regards to this situation? Anything else for Aquarius? It's almost like that change your thought, change your life. Aquarius, just by changing your thinking and making the decision to move on into calmer waters, to leave behind things of which you have no control, you left the universe room to do what it does best, and that is make moves in your highest good. Judgment. So definitely, Aquarius, in the month of October, probably going into the month of November, you're definitely going to be in a place where you're making this forward movement and embarking on the next stage in your journey, opening yourself up to receive this King of Cups. Because for most of you that are resonating with this reading, most likely that is what you are walking towards and you don't even know it. Your King of Cups, who's coming in unexpectedly in that Knight of Cups energy to offer you the emotionally fulfilling relationship. Because we definitely have that soulmate energy here, that connection, without a question. Anything else for Aquarius, Holy Spirit? Anything else for Aquarius? Yeah, that seed you planted that you probably thought was long gone, washed out, that you probably thought never took root. A tiny bud is finally breaking the surface. Just a tiny bud. This is probably something that you won't see the result of right away, but all of the work wasn't for nothing. That's what I'll say. But the key to this whole situation, Aquarius, is you moving forward and standing in your power and your confidence of who you are, what your truth is, living your life to the fullest. Yes, because we have the Devil card here that just popped up. Devil card can talk about codependency. It can talk about naughty things. It can refer to anything in your path that is holding you back from living your best life, pretty much. Any kind of habits that keep you from living that fulfilling life is what I think of when I think of the Devil card. It can feel like you are in chains or in bondage, or, you know, just trapped by a situation, or again, habits, or how you live your life in the day-to-day. In this particular deck, it's like you're in this red forest and it's like never ending, and you feel like you're never gonna get out of it, you know? Like just round and round we go, and then where we stop, nobody knows. It flipped out with the Knight of Swords. And then the Four of Wands. So it could definitely be, Aquarius, that in the month of October, it's going to be time for you to break the habit, to break the cycle of this round and round game that you play with this person or situation. But you just keep going through the motions and keep going through the motions, but you don't address the issue at the heart of the situation. That is what this Devil card could be for you, Aquarius. And with the Knight of Swords here with the Four of Wands, it's like it's time to communicate. It's time to move forward and offer communication. Either you or the other person, whatever you feel called to do. It's time to talk, to come together and talk about what the problem is at the center of the situation. And I believe this is just for a specific few. If this does not resonate with you, then, you know, leave it. But whoever this is for, I feel like it's time to come together with someone, whoever this person is. Could be a love interest, could be a family member, could be a friend, doesn't matter. It's time to come together with them and talk about the issue at hand. Because I believe that by staying in silence, you both are bound in this never-ending cycle of questioning and unsurety and just instability is what I'm feeling, Aquarius. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to do a quick advice spread. Just a few cards to give you some advice in regards to the situation. Some guidance on, you know, the next step to take as you move forward this month. So let's do that. Let's get some advice for Aquarius for the month of October. I know y'all didn't come here to hear me sing, so I'm just, yeah. It's a little fun. I don't know why my cards are so flimsy, like it's weird. Aquarius, the month of October. Could be the weather, I don't know. Could very well be the weather. Okay. Let's see what advice we have for you, Aquarius. Okay, well that was quick. Ace of Cups. Queen of Wands. And look at that. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords made an entry again. And, ooh la la. Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Happily ever after. Doesn't have to be happily ever after, but I'm huge on fairy tales, but we do have to remember this is real life. So, may not relate to a relationship, but it definitely does say that you're going to come into a place, and I'm not focused again. You're definitely going to come into a place, probably of emotional fulfillment, a dynamic, a career, a situation, just life in general is going to be happy and joyful. Ten of Cups is all about joy and happiness and just having, you know, that emotionally fulfilling life, which is important. You know, wealth is important, financial abundance is important, but being emotionally healthy and having everything you want is, on an emotional level, or having everything you need on an emotional level, is still very important for you to function, you know? At least I think so. But, you know. So, on to your advice. So, Aquas, first, we have the Ace of Cups. So, to me, this is a message from Spirit saying that it's important for you, Aquarius, to fill your cup first so that you have the energy and love to give to others. Because if you don't first love yourself, how can you expect for anyone else to love you? You know? So it's important to remember to take care of yourself, to love on yourself, to allow others to love you, to accept love from others, because that helps to fill your cup as well. You don't want to depend on others to fill your cup. You want to make sure that you can fill it yourself so that anything else that someone else puts in it just causes it to overflow. And you're just like in this happy, lovey-dovey, floaty energy that's oh so amazing and great, you know? So that's really important. So self-love is definitely, Aquarius, very important. And I know that as Aquas, oftentimes we find ourselves putting everybody else first before ourselves. But it's very important, Aqua, that you take the time to nourish yourself. Just let it shower and just bask in it and just warmth. Like, do you feel it? Do you feel that warmth, that love, that embrace, that happy? Just let it wash over you. I'm sending you guys so much love right now. Second card, Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, Aqua, this is a call for you to stand. Again, one of the main themes of your reading was standing in your power and in your strength and living in your truth. Queen of Wands is passionate. She's bold. She's confident. She's not hesitant in her movements. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants, and she goes for it. And in the month of October, you are being called to step into this energy, Aqua. Be confident in who you are. Be bold. Go for what you want. Do not be afraid to move into unknown territory. Do not be afraid into moving on from your comfort zone. Because once you take that step, Aqua, I can guarantee you that you're going to see yourself come into things that you never thought imaginable. So standing in the Queen of Wands energy is a huge, huge plus. So, Seven of Swords coming up again. Aquarius, this tells me one of two things. One, there's still parts of you that are running away from something or either avoiding the truth, avoiding confrontation, There's something that you're avoiding or running away from, or self-deceiving in regards to a person, a situation, I don't know. But this is calling for you to stop it. To not do that. To not allow yourself to run away from what you need to face. It's time to face it so you can move on and live your life fruitfully and productively and happily. Running away and or lying to yourself about a situation or a person is not going to help you in the long run, Aquarius. So this card is calling for you to face what you need to face, to drop the swords, face things head on, and move forward into where you're supposed to be. Now, again, because this is advice, this card coming up in upright could very well mean that there's someone in your life that's not being completely honest to you or to themselves about the situation that is going on between you guys, okay? So it's going to be important to follow your intuition. Don't take everything at face value, you know. Don't overthink. So I'm not saying to overthink a situation. What I'm saying is to go within and follow your gut, your intuition on situations and people and places and things. Because this card can be a warning for some, you know, not all, but for some, that there could very well be someone in your circle, someone in your life that's not being completely upfront and honest with you. And this could be intentional, or it could be unconsciously. But either way, for your best interest, it's just good to be aware. So, that's it for the tarot portion, guys. I am going to move on now to your oracle card to end the reading with, Aqua. We'll be doing it from the Sacred Rebel Oracle, which I used in Scorpio's reading, and like I said in that reading as well, I had not used it in quite some time. It's not a deck that I use very often. So let's see what oracle message we have for you guys for the month of October. What oracle message do we have for Aquarius for the month of October? What oracle message do we have for Aquarius for the month of October? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. Ain't it the truth? I feel like this resonates perfectly with your reading, Aquarius. That it's time for you to move on from what is no longer serving you, from what's been holding you back, from what's been keeping you up at night, from all that instability and up and down. It's time to move into calmer waters. And how do we do that? By taking the first step. This is everything. This card sums up the whole reading, because taking this first step, Aquarius, taking this first step is going to be the first step into into remembering who you are. I don't know if any of you have read oh gosh, what is it? Conversations with God. It's an amazing book, and it will give you so much insight on, life's purpose and why we're here, and all the things that we've been conditioned to think throughout our lives. I know it really helped me. I'll link it in the description below if any of you or I'll just link it on my page for those of you that are curious about the book. But in this card, on this particular card, you notice how she has the halo above her head, and then there's this suitcase here, and the suitcase is, I'm trying to focus the camera, y'all. There we go. And the suitcase has like these butterflies coming out of it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like, you've been in your cocoon long enough, Aquarius. And now it's time to follow the intuition, to follow that guiding light, and take that first step into the new chapter of your journey. I'm going to read a section of the book. Okay. Just so that we can get an idea. There's a lot here, but I'll just read a little of it for you, Aquarius. You are on a journey. Yes, it is an internal journey, but there is also a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon what you have learned and mastered over the course of your life, so much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you just for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you, Aquarius. This is not a time to worry about what you are going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind you now. You may be surprised at exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. You will be able to travel far lighter than you ever imagined. To best be equipped for this journey, Aquarius, you will need a lightness of heart and the realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even if what you are leaving behind is something you found secure, safe, familiar, or comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it's time to spread its newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what once was and embrace what is more appropriate for you at this time. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Aquarius. Wonderful reading. It's been so awesome sharing this time with you all. Sorry about the focusing. Thank you for tuning in again to Rainbow Tarot. Please feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's just Rainbow Tarot, RAINEBEAU Tarot. If you are interested in a personal reading, just inbox me on Instagram. I don't have my website set up yet, but I will soon also be offering distance Reiki sessions as soon as I get all of that squared away. So yeah, it's been awesome, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.